For me, I already know I'm going to get pissed off. I already know because the disrespect for this right here, this is really real. Now, before I get into my rant, man, what's good, YouTube, man? It's your boy. Don't bust my balls. It's your boy, man, Jay Willie Silly, man, a.k.a. Mr. Ty Crazy. For you in dark life hazy, cause you know Jay told them glazy. But make sure I follow my Twitch, man. Subscribe to my second channel. Everything you know about your boy Jay is in the description down below. And like I said, y'all, only one more team available, which is the New Orleans Saints, man. Like I said, y'all, this is probably going to be one of my best franchises because, like I said, I'm going to make sure it's ran right. Like I said, y'all, don't bust my pulls. But I'm going to make sure this franchise is ran right from top to bottom because this is my last franchise, man. The end of an era. So if y'all do want to join this 31 active franchise, 31 teams are taken. The New Orleans Saints are the only team available. So if you do want to join this franchise, join my Discord. Link is in the description down below. The franchise starts August 10th. And like I said, y'all, do not just come in there and sit in my Discord. Tag me and I get you situated. You know what I'm saying? If you don't tag me, y'all better go and ask some other ones that try to join my Discord what happened to them. Adios, amigo. You know what I mean? Tell them I said finito. You know what I'm saying? Poof, pals, be gone. You know what I mean? You're not going to just sit in my Discord. You either choose a team or get out. You know what I mean? So y'all choose what you want to do. You ain't going to be enough alone. You know what I mean? But anyways, we got 2026 preseason coaches poll. Got Ohio State #1, as it says in the title. And for all my new subscribers and new viewers, if y'all do want to check out all of my college football reactions, it is in a playlist section on the over yonder. But I'm finna go in and continue my rant. Now, this right here, if y'all do not know, I am an Alabama Crimson Tide, born and raised in Alabama, bro. Shout out to the Dot. Shout out to the Gump. That's where your boy from. You know what I'm saying? But this right here, I feel like has been disrespected quite too much. Now, I'm going to tell you what's going on with Alabama football. And like I said, you're going to see history repeats itself. History is already repeating itself. See, the one thing that people love saying, we've been dominant for so long. The one thing that people do not understand about Alabama Crimson Tide is that we were Alabama before Nick Saban even got here. Nick Saban wasn't the only coach to bring championships to Alabama. We had Paul Bear Bryant. We have numerous other coaches that won championships to Alabama. Nick Saban just the one that y'all know. So what I'm saying, long story short, it's not that other people can pay players now because they have one thing I realize about people. One thing I realize about these folks, they're haters when they come to Alabama. They just mad because they ain't us. They still want to be us. These folks chasing what Alabama was. Nobody can do it. What we did is cemented in legacy. Then these folks got to make up a lie. Alabama was paying for players, but don't send proof at all. Start lying. I had people talking about, bro, people said it on the podcast. I said, send me the video. Don't send no video. Where's the proof that we was paying players? Because just because we was getting all the 5 stars, we were paying players. You have no proof. Then you try to be delusional, make up things. You know they were paying players. Show me proof. Oh, you're just a sheep, just like the rest of them. You just go off what you think makes sense. So you the type of person, you just hear what you just believe everything you hear, but you don't got no proof behind what you're saying. A person that does have, I'm like, a person that you ain't got no proof behind what you're saying, but you steady talking about Alabama paid for. Who they paid for? Show me the receipts, and I'll believe. We was producing the most NFL talent. Doug was gonna get all the talent. Nick Saban, for Christ's sakes, everybody want to play. Did you know how many commits we lost when Nick Saban freaking announces his retirement? People wanted to come play for Nick Saban, but you got to understand, back then, going to Alabama was like an NFL ticket. They were like, bro, if I go to Alabama, bro, I know I'm going to the NFL. Who the freak would want to go to Alabama? Bro, that was my dream school. I wouldn't want to go to Alabama. What are you talking about? But we were so dominant that people got to make up lies, haters, and say that we was paying players. And they say that's the reason we're not succeeding today is because everybody can pay players. But that's not the case. The only reason that we're not succeeding as we should be is because Kalen DeBoer just got to get his foot wet and Kalen DeBoer got to get his team. You got to understand, Paul Bear Bryant, Kalen DeBoer is following the same footsteps as Paul Bear Bryant and Nick Saban. Every year, Kalen DeBoer has gotten better. When it comes to Jalen Mildew, he didn't make the playoffs. After that season, he made it to the second round. Go look up how Nick Saban started in Alabama. I don't know why people think that Alabama, that Nick Saban just started off strong. Nick Saban had a worse first season than freaking Kalen DeBoer. But the first thing y'all want to say is, well, Nick Saban didn't inherit all these 5 stars. You got to understand, Kalen DeBoer inherited 5 stars. Yeah, you're right about that. But Kalen DeBoer actually inherited a team that wasn't his. Take that into consideration. So at the end of the day, that first season was a success because you know why? He was inheriting a team that wasn't even his. Second year, the same thing, but still made it to the second round of the playoffs. You know what's different about this third year? Third year, this his team now. Dum-da-da-da. This his quarterback because you got to understand, Kalen DeBoer did not recruit Trav Simpson or Jalen Mildew. Kalen DeBoer did not recruit Jam Miller. Kalen DeBoer did not recruit Caden Proctor. Kalen DeBoer did not recruit Jahad Campbell. Kalen DeBoer did not recruit Deontay Lawson. Kalen DeBoer did not recruit Quay Russaw. Kalen DeBoer did not recruit James Smith. Kalen DeBoer did not recruit these players. That's Nick Saban players. Justin Jefferson's. But you know who Kalen DeBoer did recruit this season? Keelan Russell, Daniel Hill, Xavier Crowell, A.K. Deere, Michael Carroll, Lotzir Brooks, Cedric Morgan, Noah Rogers, Dijon Lees. Oh, he recruited these players now. So that's going to be the difference about this Alabama team. This Alabama team is going to be one of the most dangerous teams in the country. And I say we're going to win a national championship.
Breaking news.
They love trying to say, oh my God, they make it seem like the only reason we're not winning because of everybody paying their players. But the only reason we're really not winning is because he just hasn't had his team yet. We still have top 5 recruiting classes. What the freak do you mean? We had a top freaking 5 recruiting class coming out of 2026. What the freak you mean? So why you still talking about paying players and all that when we still recruiting at a high level and recruits really don't even matter for real no more? It's the NIL era. The freaking recruiting players that's going to leave in the transfer portal freaking next year. That don't matter no more. Recruiting don't matter no more, gang. It's about retaining other than recruiting now. It's a new era, bro. But that's the reason we ain't succeeding because Kalen DeBoer has yet to play with his team, but now he has his team. That's why I'm not freaking out about it.
State is the preseason
it's cool.
number 1 team in the coach.
We got Oregon again.
First time
we got Oregon again,
since
chat.
2015.
We got Oregon again.
Get the nod over fellow Big Ten contender Oregon.
We got Oregon. Here go the Oregon hype again, over and over again. But it never gets old with Oregon. Oregon. Make it to the big stage, get punished. Play an easy schedule, make it to the big stage, get punished. Same thing for Texas. Same thing for Notre Dame. It's always the same dang thing with these teams.
The next 2 spots go to the SEC.
Notre Dame and Texas. What the freak? These 2 teams didn't even make the playoffs last year, but they top 10.
At 4.
What is the obsession with Texas, Notre Dame, and Oregon?
Champion Indiana is ranked.
They don't do nothing.
Which is 1 spot ahead of Miami.
What's ever seen you make the playoffs last year, Texas and Notre Dame?
National title game. Let's welcome our college football analyst, Brad.
Yeah, the top 10.
Let's start at the top. It's finally poll season. We get to start talking about these rankings here. You've got
a lot of disrespect.
Number 1, Oregon number 2. What do you think of the way that those 2 shook out?
I'm fine with numbers 1 and 2 in this poll. I think those are the 2 most complete roster-wise teams in college football entering this season. You think about Ohio State, got a 1,000-yard rusher back, Julian Sayin, Heisman finalist, Jeremiah Smith, best player in college football. Yeah, they have some personnel changes defensively, but Matt Patricia's back as DC. They're going to be good on that side of the ball. And then you talk about some of the other hype surrounding that Ohio State team. Week 2 at Texas.
I keep telling y'all, bro. That you got a trash quarterback over there, Julian Sayin. I keep saying it. I said it last year, and I'm going to say it again. But you hating, bro. Ohio State, you play an easy schedule, bro. You got to understand, that's what we got to take in consideration, too, when it comes to the Big Ten. I see the Big Ten start popping it now. I see y'all start popping it now, bro. Y'all won 3 seasons. You can pop it now, but you got a lot to get back to do. Big Ten, you're not like the SEC. I don't care about these 3 years you got. One was a cheater, you know what I mean? The other 2, you know what I'm saying, you did your thing. I'm going to give you that one, you know what I'm saying? But I'm going to tell you what's really been going on. And it's been happening like this, bro. You have an easy road to the playoffs, bro. So you be good, bro. You fresh. When it comes to Alabamas, when it comes to Georgias, when it comes to SEC teams, we be all banged up. We got a freaking crawl and nag, and we got to freaking fight our way to get in the playoffs the whole time. Y'all fresh. That's what's going on. That's what's going on for these last 3 years. I'm telling you. We got to go through a freaking gauntlet while Oregon's, Ohio State's, Indiana's could play an easy schedule. But we all banged up. Go look at our schedule last year. We all banged up and all that, man. That's what the freak it is, man. That takes a toll on your body. But these past 3 seasons, they talking about Big Ten, Big Ten, Big Ten. Man, Big Ten, you got a lot of freaking catching up to do for you to be like, oh, it's a new era and all that. Ain't no dang new era, bro. Freak out my face. Nah, I mean, in freaking 3 years. Yeah, you won the past 3 seasons, but you got to understand, ain't none of you Big Teners, bro, went back-to-back yet. It's been 3 different Big Ten winners. That's how dominant we was in the SEC. Mother, we got back-to-back. You know what I'm saying? You can't do that.
Huge game. This team
y'all ain't good enough to do that. None of your teams in the Big Ten dominant enough to do that. Go back-to-back. You can't do it.
12-0 start last year, and then losing to Indiana and Indianapolis in the Big Ten championship.
And this is going back to what I was saying about Julian Sand, bro. Julian Sand, we seen it last year. It exposed what I literally said about the boy. The boy is BJ. The boy only hooped against good teams. When he faced I said good teams, excuse me, bad teams. When he faced a good team, he looked pitiful. I said it before and I say it again. That boy Julian Sand, he is BJ. That's the most overhyped quarterback in the freaking college football is that man right there. Proof in the pudding. I've been saying it since last year. This ain't a new thing. I've been saying that boy is BJ. If you've been watching me ever since last year, I've been saying Julian Sand is BJ. You not winning the championship with that quarterback, bro. The only reason y'all won the championship was because of Quinshon Judkins and Trayvon Henderson. Will Howard was BJ. I'm telling you, bro. Y'all ain't had a good quarterback in I don't know how long.
In the postseason to Miami. So
had a good rushing game.
I'm fine with that. And then, of course,
look. Am I lying? Look.
4 defensive line.
Am I lying?
That are seniors. That's huge. You see Ohio State schedule there.
Watch how he perform against Texas. Just all I'm saying. What? Look, he gonna ball out against Ball State, Kent State, Illinois. He gonna look like a Heisman. Mark my words. Can you please come back to this video? Please do me a favor. He did this last year, bro. Even when they faced Texas last year, if I'm not mistaken, Julian Sand looked terrible. It was 14-7. Boy could not score. The boy was clamped up. But he looked like a Heisman finalist against all these other people. Look how he looked when it comes to all these other teams. When it comes to these BJ teams, even when he play Oregon, he ain't going to look like a Heisman finalist. When he play Indiana, he ain't going to look like a Heisman finalist. Even when he probably play USC, he ain't going to look like a Heisman finalist. He ain't going to look like a Heisman finalist. He going to look like a Heisman finalist with Ball State, Kent State, Illinois, Iowa, Maryland, Nebraska, and Northwestern and Michigan. Watch. People going to focus on them games, but they ain't going to focus on... Mark my word. Watch how he look in week 2. Watch how he look in week 2.
Tough schedule for Ryan Day. At Texas week 2. Then there's some grief.
This a way tough. I'm not gonna lie. This is a way tougher schedule than what y'all had. Don't ain't gonna lie to you. Like Texas, Indiana, USC, Oregon. This is a way tougher schedule
for Ryan Day. At Texas week 2. Then there's some
still not as tough as ours.
Indiana, USC, but Oregon at number 2 as well. Dante Moore, another guy that maybe should have been a Heisman finalist last year, came back to school. Oregon is one of my preseason top 3 teams. I'm fine with these 2 at the top.
Yeah, you mentioned that Ohio State schedule. They will face Oregon on November 7th, and they have that Texas game, who the coaches poll have ranked number 4, week 2. So looking forward to that monster matchup. How about the reigning champs? You got Indiana down at number 6. Obviously, Brad, these rankings are based on what this team looks like.
And Kirsinetti, bro, you talking too much. I'm not gonna lie to you. You did your thing last year, bro, but you're talking too much, bro. I'm going to keep it real with you, bro. You know what I mean? You adding heat to the fire, bro. Chill out, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm telling you, bro. Humility, bro. A person that don't have humility always going to come to fall, bro. You know what I mean? You had your one little thing. What you did was impressive, bro. You're never going to take that away from you, bro. But please, cuz, stop talking, bro. You talking too much, cuz.
On paper. But do you think that 6 is fair for the reigning champs?
I think Indiana should be closer to that top 3 spot than outside the top 5. I'm stunned that Georgia's number 3 got 7 first-place votes. The Bulldogs did. I want to know which 6 coaches besides Kirby Smart voted Georgia at number 1. That's surprising to me. But Indiana, 14 coaches obviously voted them.
Not in the top 10.
That's a lot of respect for Kirk Cignetti.
I know we 11 or 12. I know that.
At the top.
It's cool.
Yes, they lost some starters. They lost the Heisman winner.
It's cool.
But you have to believe in this system and what they've put together these last 2 years.
I like it.
Playoff appearances,
I like it.
16 straight wins entering this season.
I like
Indiana's a team that has to be one of the more underrated squads in that top 10. I think Miami at 7. A lot of our viewers know I've got Miami as my preseason number 1.
I'm going to keep it real. Miami ain't winning nothing no time soon. I'm going to keep it real with you. Miami, bro, last year was y'all time to win. I'm going to keep it real. I realized Malachi Tony and last year was y'all time to win. Trust me. You know what I'm saying? Y'all ain't going back. Every Miami fan, y'all ain't going back. Last year, if y'all couldn't win with Ruben Bain and that other edge, I forgot his name, he went to the chart. If y'all couldn't win with them, that dominant edge, y'all ain't never had two edges like that in y'all life. Y'all can't win with that? Oh, y'all ain't winning, period. That's just point blank, period, bro.
Miami is the most underrated team outside that top 5.
And Carson Beck was balling.
There we go. Okay, so you get some Indiana love and some Miami love, but it's strange. We're talking about a preseason poll, and we have multiple questions before we even get to the SEC. And there are two teams in particular I want to ask you about, because it's strange to see this with Bama and LSU outside the top 10. What do you think of their placement here in this coaches poll?
Yeah, I don't blame the coaches for putting the Tide and Tigers outside that top 10. I mean, I think there are 10 or 11 teams, at least on paper right now, that might be better than Alabama and LSU. Obviously, LSU has some questions, being a first-year coach, Lane Kiffin, and then Alabama. That's the bigger question to me. I would have LSU ahead of Alabama right now.
You have I like it, bro. You feel me? I think we number 11 and number 12. I like the disrespect. Bro, trust me, gang. I love it, bro. It's nothing better because we've been we've been like such a high power school for so long that like it feels good being an underdog now. Like I ain't gonna lie, I asked for this, bro. Like it was getting to none of y'all know about this type of domination. It was like Ohio State. Most of y'all wins, bro, is before y'all can even remember. Most of y'all were babies, bro. You know what I'm saying? I've seen multiple championships over and over again. Like I said, it was getting boring out here. That's how much belt the booty we was putting on people. It was getting boring. I prayed for time. This make college more exciting to me. It was getting to a point in time, bro, I was getting bored watching college football because I already knew we was finna put belt on something. I'm like, bro, I was like, bro, can we get some company? This feel good to me, bro. I like this. I think we number 11, if I'm not mistaken. We number 11, bro, in the coaches poll. I seen it earlier. So we're ranked number 11. I'm not mistaken, you know what I'm saying? But I wanted to see the top 10 for sure. You know what I mean? But I like this, bro. No. Like I said, bro, I'm not even finna try to state my case. I like us being an underdog because we know what the problem is. So us being an underdog, bro, is the most dangerous thing ever in the world. You know what I'm saying? So I like this, bro. I love this, bro, actually.
Based on what we've seen these last 2 years for Kalen DeBoer, losing at Florida State was a head scratcher, and then came.
You still talking about that Florida State loss, bro? You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, you feel me? We went to the second round of the playoffs, bro. You know what I'm saying? You still talking about that Florida State loss game? You feel me? That junk over with, bro.
The offensive struggles running the football these first 2 years. Alabama has lost its physical edge at the line of scrimmage. That's why there's some doubt among other coaches outside of Tuscaloosa that maybe this team is not one of the SEC frontrunners. I don't have Alabama as a preseason CFP team, according to my projections. So right out there at number 11 or 12, that's about where Alabama should be.
Okay, and the highest ranked SEC team so far in this coaches poll, we have Georgia at 3.
I like it, bro.
Texas at 4. Let's go to number 5, though. That's where we find the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Of course, their schedule is under scrutiny for how easy some perceive it to be. But what do you think this top 5 ranking says about this Irish team? And
I'm like, y'all really don't know. Y'all really don't. And it's like what people like constantly talk, because like I said, it's one thing about me, bro. Like, I don't get discouraged when people talk. Like, I love when people doubt. It's like, you don't matter. You know what I'm saying? So it's like when people doubt, and it's like, it come back to bite you in the butt, bro. It's a lot of people that doubted Indiana. I doubted Indiana. I didn't think Indiana was going to do what they did, and they did it. You see what I'm saying? Y'all remember last year how much freaking trash I was talking about Indiana? Fernando Mendoza only do that against easy teams. Man, these folks ain't doing nothing. Look what they did. Belt the booty. Because now you know what I'm saying? Now, it don't matter what I say. I don't matter when Indiana and when Alabama step on that field. Yeah, bro, we just outside noise, bro. That's what I'm saying. It don't matter. So a lot of y'all be taking heed to what he be saying. Oh, yeah. You don't matter, gang. Of course you matter because you a fan buying the tickets. But outside of that, bro, your voice don't matter. You just outside noise, bro. That's all I am, and that's all you is. We ain't God. We don't know the future, bro. We just going on what we think. A lot of times, what we think is always wrong. How many times I got on here and said that how many times I've been wrong on this motherfucker? How many times I've been right? But how many times I've been wrong? I get criticized for being wrong. And how many times have you been wrong? You just not in the public eye. Motherfucker, you be wrong every season. We talking about I be wrong every season. You say the same thing every season. Bro, you say the same thing every season. You just ain't in public view. You believe your team gonna win every season. You disappointed at the disappointment. Boy, you just like me. But just because I'm in the public view, I'm looked at as different now. Bro, you a loser in private. You be, motherfucker, you be getting it wrong in private. Nobody just know. Nobody just don't know about it. You know what I'm saying? Pretty sure Georgia thought they was gonna win last year. Ohio State thought they was gonna win last year. You think I'm the only team that think that we gonna win? Like I said, I feel like we could be national champions this year. I know we got the roster for it. I know my team. I've seen my team from up to bottom, bro. I know my team got a roster, but he probably don't think so. Can't get mad at his opinion. But I know what I seen. So me listening to bro, that's just how you feel, bro. How you feel, bro? Just feelings at the end of the day. And then we make it to the freaking championship. Oh, I always knew Alabama can do it. Well, Alabama did. And these folks, man, it's all they do is talk, bro.
Of when we'll probably hear from
I like it, bro. I like it, bro. But this right here, bro, this just outside noise, bro. Like I said, 11 and 12, at least as long as we in the playoffs, as long as we 11 and 12, which we are, bro, as long as we in that vicinity, bro, I ain't tripping about that. I know Texas ain't that number 4. I know Notre Dame ain't number 5. I know Oregon not number 2. I know Texas A&M ain't number 8. I know these teams right here, bro. Oklahoma ain't number 9, bro.
Notre Dame may have a favorable schedule, but I don't think it's as easy as a lot of people are making it out to be. Still have to play BYU, SMU, Miami. Those are 3 teams inside this preseason coaches poll top 12.
Bro said
so
BYU,
to earn it, but I love
SMU
coming back. CJ Carr, an offensive line that might rival Indiana's for the best in college football.
Crazy.
I think the Irish secondary is the best in the sport at number 1. Leonard Moore, cornerback. Christian Gray going to play some nickel. Notre Dame is a team, Emily, that I think if you
bro, you one of those. You a little tenor, is you, bro? You a little tenor, right? I can tell by the way you talk. You a little tenor. I can just tell. Bro said BYU and SMU. Bro, this is a sweet schedule, bro. And Notre Dame, bro, I got something to say about y'all Notre Dame fans. Notre Dame, you ain't never been nothing. The way that y'all Notre Dame fans was crying last year was pathetic. And that's on Beezy head. It was pathetic, bro. Well, how come we didn't make it in the playoffs? You didn't deserve to be in the playoffs, bro. At all. You're not no pinnacle of a school. Who the freak you think you is? When Notre Dame ever did something in my lifetime? He ain't never won a ring in my lifetime. You won in the civil rights. Did you miss me? You won the civil rights, bro. You ain't no pinnacle. You ain't us. You ain't this. You ain't Alabama. You ain't Georgia, bro. You know what I'm saying? You ain't them type of teams. So for you to act like you just so superior, that makes no sense to me. And like I said, don't bust my bulls, but bro, join the freaking conference, my brother. Why are you the only team that's not in the conference? I still don't understand that, bro. Can you let me know what the problem is with that? Why don't you join the conference? Why do they even allow this? I've never seen this in my life. Even in the NFL, everybody got to be in the division. It's like the New York Giants not being in the division, everybody else in the division fighting for the divisional spot. But these motherfuckers ain't got to fight for a cup. Bro, that junk is cheating, bro. That is literally plain cheating. How are you letting these freaking dudes get away with this? They're not in the conference. We got to compete for an SEC title. We got to compete for a playoff spot. Freaking Ohio State got to compete in the Big Ten. Miami got to compete in the ACC. We all got to compete, bro. We got to compete against, but these motherfuckers, they ain't got to compete against nobody. They in the, bro, can you change that, please? I'm getting angry. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. The junk is unfair. So Notre Dame, please stop it with all this and all that. You know you ain't no number 5 team in the freaking league. You know that for sure. You know what I'm saying? Notre Dame with all that crying and all that. Boy, you ain't no pinnacle. You ain't superior.
3 squads right now.
Freak, boy.
Against the field, could win it all.
You talking about this a hard schedule? Please give us this. I wish we had this schedule. Said BYU is a hard game. Man, BYU is overrated as freak. Man, BYU ain't no dang game. SMU ain't no dang game. The only comp you got on this schedule, bro, in reality, bro, is Miami, bro.
Notre Dame, Miami.
Look at this weak old schedule. Look at this.
3 teams that I love roster-wise.
You see what I'm saying?
Elite coaching. And you see it right there. If they can start off hot, Notre Dame that is, I think that Notre Dame-Miami game in November might be a 1 against 2.
Yeah, you mentioned those tough opponents being SMU, BYU, and Miami. Those are 3 teams that our Lige Douzable actually predicted to be in the college football playoff. So maybe we should lay off the...
So you predicted BYU. Yeah, I can tell what type of person. So you predicted BYU and SMU to make the playoffs over us. So we don't look like a playoff team, but BYU and SMU do. You got it, bro. You got it, cuz.
The easy schedule talk when it comes to Notre Dame. If they're in the postseason, they would have definitely earned it, but they come in at number 5.
They would have earned it.
Poll. Brad, before we say
I can't stand these little tenors. They would have earned it, bro. They would have earned it. Notre Dame would have earned it. Man, Notre Dame would have lost the first round. Notre Dame wasn't going as far as Miami, and that's facts.
Goodbye. I'm going to just hand the floor to you. What's your biggest takeaway from this
these
preseason
little tenors
poll?
and
Yeah, 2 takeaways for me is Oklahoma State, South Carolina, 2 teams that I think have quality rosters. They are not in it. I did not see a G6 team either. UNLV is my preseason favorite to win the G6 under Dan Mullen. But those 3 teams, Emily, I don't think are getting enough respect, at least from the coaching perspective. Oklahoma State, 70 new players under first-year coach Eric Morris. Shane Beamer in South Carolina re-signed their 3 best players.
Number 11.
And then you have UNLV, a team that I think has a schedule
I love it.
where they could possibly get to
We should be number
12
10.
wins and make that bracket. All in all, I don't have too many issues with the preseason
Penn
coaches
State.
poll. I know we get the AP poll a couple weeks from now, but a big gripe is just Georgia at number 3. I'm surprised that they are in.
Bro, Georgia is better than bro. Shut up with all this Georgia disrespect. Like I said, bro, they the ops, bro, but bro, stop it, bro. Stop it, cuz. You know what I'm saying? Bro, you talking about Oregon. Oregon, bro, you fine with Oregon being number 2, bro, but you got a problem with Georgia. Bro, get the freak out my face. Talking about some dang Oregon. Nobody believes Oregon is better than Georgia other than the Oregon fans. It's the same year with Oregon, bro. Same freaking year, bro. You know what I'm saying? You get an easy schedule, you make it to the playoffs, you lose. Same thing, bro. It's gonna be the same thing this year. It's like a never-ending cycle with these Oregon Ducks, bro. You're gonna freaking talk like you're good this year, lose again. Talk like you're good next year, lose again. Talk like you're good the year after, lose again. Motherfucker, you've been doing this for so long, you don't get tired, gang. See, when it comes to Oregon fans, bro, just shut up, bro. Until playoff time, bro. It's a never-ending cycle, bro. Just shut up, bro. Shut up until you get to the national. Shut up until you win, bro. I get tired. I'm like, bro, I am tired of repeating this cycle. I'm tired of just winning in the regular season with this easy old schedule. Then get to the playoffs and get my head smacked in. I'm tired of that. I'm tired of that cycle. You ain't tired by now? Golly, bro. I'll be tired. I'll be exhausted.